Have you ever felt something was off in a relationship but you couldn't quite explain it? Sometimes our body knows before our mind does. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden signals that might be telling you someone isn't right for you. And trust me, these aren't your typical relationship red flags. You know that feeling when something just feels wrong? Our bodies and the universe have mysterious ways of communicating with us, especially when it comes to relationships. Whether you're just starting to date someone or you're in a long-term relationship, these signals can be easy to dismiss. But maybe, just maybe, they're trying to tell you something important. Before we dive in, remember, this isn't about fear or paranoia. It's about listening to yourself and the signs around you. And while one sign alone doesn't mean you need to end things, patterns are worth paying attention to. The knot in your stomach. You know that feeling, that uncomfortable twist in your stomach when you're about to see them or when they call. It's not butterflies, it's more like a warning signal. Here's what it might feel like. A tight clenching sensation in your gut, feeling queasy or losing your appetite when thinking about them. Physical discomfort that you try to rationalize away. That unmistakable something's not right feeling in your core. Your body is incredibly intuitive. That stomach ache isn't just from last night's dinner, it's your body's alarm system trying to get your attention. Think about it. When you're with someone who's truly right for you, your body relaxes. But if your stomach's constantly doing somersaults, and not in a good way, it might be time to listen to what your gut is literally trying to tell you. Ask yourself, do you feel this way around other people, or is it specific to this person? Your body's wisdom is ancient and deep, it's worth paying attention to. Constant timing conflicts. Have you noticed how the universe seems to have a sense of humor sometimes? When it comes to relationships that aren't meant to be, timing can become your biggest enemy. It's like trying to solve a puzzle where the pieces keep changing shape. Think about it. Every time you plan to meet, something unexpected comes up. One of you gets sick right before important dates. Emergencies mysteriously appear when you're supposed to spend quality time together. Even when you both try your hardest, circumstances keep pulling you apart. This isn't just about busy schedules. We're all busy. This is about that strange pattern where the universe seems to be playing a cosmic game of keep away. When something's meant to be, paths cross naturally, but when they're not, well, it's like trying to swim upstream during a storm. Energy drain. This one's crucial, and it's something many people overlook. When you're with someone who's truly meant for you, they should be your energy source, not your energy vampire. Pay attention to how you feel. After spending time together, do you feel exhausted rather than energized? Do you need excessive time to recover from your interactions? Has your usual zest for life diminished since being with them? Do you find yourself making excuses to avoid plans because you're too tired? Think of your energy like your phone battery. The right person should be like a wireless charger. Just being around them naturally boosts your energy levels, but if you're constantly at 10% after spending time with them, something's not right. Remember, this isn't about regular tiredness from a busy day. This is about that bone-deep exhaustion that comes from being with someone who's not aligned with your energy. When the universe wants you with someone, being with them feels effortless, like finally letting out a breath you didn't know you were holding. Sign 4. Your core values clash fundamentally. Let's talk about something deeper than just different tastes in music or food. We're talking about those non-negotiable aspects of life, the stuff that makes you, well, you. Picture this. You dream of traveling the world, they never want to leave their hometown. Means everything to you, but they prefer to stay distant from theirs. You're passionate about building a career while they think ambition is overrated. Your spiritual beliefs or life philosophies are completely misaligned. Here's the thing, love isn't always enough. When the universe wants two people together, their core values don't just coexist, they complement each other. But when you're constantly compromising your fundamental beliefs or hoping they'll change theirs, that's not a sign of growth. It's a sign of force-fitting puzzle pieces that weren't meant to connect. Heart racing but not from love. You know those romance movies where someone's heart beats faster because they're in love? Well, sometimes a racing heart isn't telling a love story, it's raising a red flag. Let's break this down. Your heart races from anxiety when you see their name pop up on your phone. Meeting them feels more like a job interview than a date. Your chest tightens when you think about future plans together. That heart-pounding sensation comes with dread, not excitement. There's a big difference between the flutter of romance and the pound of panic. When the universe wants you with someone, your heartbeat might quicken, but it's like the excitement before opening a gift, not the anxiety before a dental appointment. Changes in rhythm. This might sound simple, but it's profound. Pay attention to how you breathe around them. Our breathing patterns are like truth tellers. They never lie. Here's what to notice. Around the right person, your breathing is deep and natural. But with them, you might find yourself taking shallow breaths, holding your breath without realizing, sighing more than usual, feeling like you can't get enough air. Think about how you breathe around people who make you feel safe and comfortable. It's effortless, right? You don't even think about it. But when the universe is trying to tell you something's off, your breathing might feel restricted, like you're wearing a shirt that's one size too small. Remember, our bodies are incredibly wise. When we can breathe easily around someone, it's often a sign that we can be our authentic selves with them. But if you're constantly catching yourself holding your breath or breathing irregularly, your body might be trying to tell you something important. External circumstances keep you apart. Sometimes the universe isn't subtle at all, it literally puts distance between you and someone. And I'm not talking about normal life challenges, I'm talking about those bizarre patterns of separation that keep happening over and over. Look for patterns like these. One of you gets an amazing job opportunity in different cities. Family obligations consistently pull you in opposite directions. Living situations keep you apart despite your best efforts to be closer. Every time you try to plan a future together, life throws a major curveball. You know what they say, where there's a will, there's a way. But when the universe has other plans, it's like playing a game of cosmic tug-of-war. If every attempt to be together feels like you're fighting against the current, maybe the current is trying to tell you something. Persistent communication barriers. Communication should flow naturally with the right person, but sometimes it's like you're speaking different languages and Google Translate isn't helping. Here's what this looks like. Simple conversations turn into complex misunderstandings. Your texts get lost in digital limbo. Phone calls dropped at crucial moments. Even when you're speaking clearly, they seem to hear something completely different. You feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells, choosing every word carefully. When the universe wants two people together, communication feels like a smooth dance, but when it doesn't, it's like you're both dancing to different songs in different rooms on different floors. Forced connection. This last sign is perhaps the most telling of all. That feeling that you're trying to force a square peg into a round hole. You might notice every interaction feels like it requires enormous effort. Simple plans become complicated missions. You're constantly making excuses for why things are so difficult. The relationship feels more like a project you're managing than a connection you're nurturing. You find yourself trying to convince yourself that relationships take work. Yes, all relationships require effort, but there's a difference between healthy effort and forcing something that isn't meant to be. When the universe wants you with someone, it feels more like flowing downstream. There might be some rapids, but you're still moving in the same direction. When it's forced, it's like trying to paddle upstream during a storm while wearing a blindfold. So there you have it, 9 signs that the universe might be trying to tell you something important about your relationship. But before we wrap up, let me share something crucial with you. These signs aren't a life sentence or a guarantee that a relationship won't work. They're more like gentle nudges from the universe, asking you to pay attention. Think about it, your body speaks to you through that knot in your stomach and racing heart. Time itself seems to conspire through those constant conflicts in timing. your energy levels, your breathing patterns, and even external circumstances all work together to paint a bigger picture. Remember, your body's wisdom is ancient and real. That stomach knot, racing heart, and changing breath patterns aren't just coincidences. When you feel drained instead of energized, it's not just fatigue, it's information. Those timing conflicts and external circumstances might be the universe's way of creating space for something better. When your core values clash and communication feels forced, it's not always something you need to fix. The beautiful thing about life is that it's always guiding us toward what's right for us. Sometimes that guidance comes in the form of closed doors, and sometimes it comes in the form of physical sensations we can't explain. The key isn't to panic when you notice these signs, it's to pause, reflect, and honor what they might be telling you. Trust that if something's truly meant for you, it won't feel like an upstream battle. The right connection won't require you to silence your body's wisdom or constantly explain away the universe's signals. It will feel like coming home, to yourself, to them, to a deeper truth you've known all along. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights about relationships, self-discovery, and personal growth. Share your experiences in the comments below. Have you experienced any of these signs? How did you handle them? Let's create a supportive community where we can learn from each other's journeys. Exercise. Remember, you deserve a connection that feels right in your gut, your heart, and your soul. Sometimes the hardest doors to close lead to the most beautiful openings.